Today's news highlights. D 2024/04/23. Time cutoff, 1700 hours. Title, Taiwan stock market's defense battle at 20,000 points. Second quarter investment layout, bullish on 6 major industries. Release date, April 22, 2024. Source, Commonwealth Magazine. Key points, recently, Taiwan's stock market has experienced a significant decline, attributed to 3 main reasons. Firstly, statements from U.S. Federal Reserve officials indicating no urgency in rate cuts, coupled with the U.S. CPI reporting consumer price index exceeding expectations, causing market concerns. Secondly, TSMC's downward revision of global industry estimates, surprising the market. Finally, changes in the Middle East region affecting the market. Investors are advised to observe and consider allocation strategies such as high-quality bonds and high-dividend stocks, while keeping an eye on potential investment opportunities in sectors like technology. Title, Facing water shortage again? Reservoir water levels raise alarm, water resource concept stocks surge forward. Release date, April 22, 2024. Source, Commonwealth Magazine. Key points, Taiwan's recent tight reservoir water levels have brought water shortage crisis into focus. However, meteorological forecasts indicate rain starting from Tuesday, offering hope to alleviate the water situation. Water resource-related concept stocks like Guotong, Shanlin Water, and Zhonggayu have shown impressive performance due to market attention on water resource issues. Guotong, in particular, has seen significant growth fueled by government project contracts. Shanlin Water focuses on operations related to recycled water, turning losses into profits, while Zhonggayu enters the circular economy engineering sector through group capacity, demonstrating stable development. The market hopes that these companies' efforts can help alleviate Taiwan's water shortage problem. Title, University dormitory fees inflated. Not only private universities' accommodations getting expensive, NTU's Prince House raises electricity prices from September. Release date, April 22, 2024. Source, Commonwealth Magazine. Key points, accommodation fees for new dormitories at private universities exceed NT $50,000 per semester, with Hsin University reaching NT $90,000, drawing attention. NTU's Prince House raises electricity prices from NT $3.7 to NT $4.6 per kilowatt-hour in response to Taipower's electricity price hike, causing dissatisfaction among students as it approaches rental property electricity rates. Prince House explains the cost increase, voluntarily raising electricity prices, and publicly disclosing the calculation method, emphasizing that signed contract electricity prices will not change, but new contracts will adjust to NT $4.6 per kilowatt-hour starting from September. Title, Tesla China's price reduction without warning. Can Musk keep up with the electric vehicle price war? Release date, April 22, 2024. Source, Commonwealth Magazine. Key points, in response to competition from local brands and stock price fluctuations, Tesla suddenly lowered prices across its entire product line in China, with the latest price for Model Y reduced to RMB 249,900, attracting consumer attention. This move not only includes price reductions on the official website but also various promotional schemes such as free supercharging and interest-free financing from local sales outlets, enhancing competitiveness. However, Tesla's first quarter deliveries in China fell below expectations, with its stock price declining by over 40%, facing pressure from intensified competition in China's new energy vehicle market. With the recent intense price war in the Chinese new energy vehicle market, Tesla's price reduction may be a strategic adjustment to cope with market changes. Title, Morning 7:05 Hualien offshore earthquake magnitude 6.2 felt across Taiwan, Meteorological Bureau, expect aftershocks of magnitude 5.5 to 6.0 for the next 5 days. Reference, Yahoo News. Key points, an earthquake with a magnitude of 6.2 struck offshore eastern Taiwan, with a depth of 5.7 kilometers. It was felt across Taiwan, including Penghu's Megong, and aftershocks of magnitude 5.5 to 6.0 are possible. The earthquake resulted from the Philippine Sea Plate subducting beneath the Eurasian Plate, with varying intensities across regions, potentially more noticeable in high-rise buildings. This marks the first earthquake of magnitude 6 or above within the observation range this year, following 24 earthquakes of magnitude 5. The earthquake intensities of 3 or above were reported in Yulan, Hualien, New Taipei City, and other areas. During earthquakes, the 3 evacuation guidelines are to drop, cover, and hold on. Title, 2 strong earthquakes above magnitude 6 in early morning. Tilted Fukai Hotel in Hualien blocks road, residents return home to rescue cats. Reference, Yahoo News. Key points, since the 7.2 earthquake on April 3 in eastern Hualien, there have been daily aftershocks. From 5 p.m. yesterday, continuous shaking was felt, followed by a 6.0 earthquake at 2:26 a.m. and a 6.3 earthquake in Shaofeng Township at 2:32 a.m. The Fukai Grand Hotel's foundation was damaged again in the early morning, tilting further. Emergency services responded, blocked roads, and nearby residents returned home to rescue their pets, particularly cats. Title: Power shortage discussion turns to nuclear energy again. Tong Xixian, manage nuclear taking cues from aviation industry. Reference: Yahoo News. Key points: On April 22, the chairman of Pegatron, Tong Xixian, suggested a focus on nuclear energy regarding the power shortage issue. He emphasized Taiwan's need to prepare for global warming issues, citing massive global electricity consumption mainly from coal, natural gas, and fuel oil in Taiwan, leading to high carbon emission indices. Tong Xixian called for increased investment in research and training, drawing parallels with the aviation industry's management. He also affirmed the safety of nuclear energy, proposing its further development and expanding non-carbon power generation to 20% to enhance Taiwan's energy efficiency. He clarified misconceptions about nuclear power plant accidents, highlighting misunderstandings about enriched uranium. Title: Draining the Pond show in Taiwan goes viral. Professor captures shark-like organism barehanded, netizens amazed, incredible. Reference: Yahoo News. Key points: The Japanese environmental protection show Draining the Pond gained attention for its activities in Taiwan's Zhongxing Lake. Host Atsushi Tamura announced the event on social media, sparking excitement and reflection among Taiwanese netizens, criticizing Taiwan's release of invasive species. While the program observes ecology, it also faced criticisms for Taiwan's inadequate ecological protection laws. The investigation revealed a large number of invasive pet fish species, attributed to Taiwanese enthusiasm for biology. Audience comments ranged from praising the program's entertainment value to criticizing Taiwan's ecological protection shortcomings. Title: Chen Shizhong rumored to assume political advisor position, factional balance with Chu Taiyuan for mutual checks and balances. Reference: Yahoo News. Key points: Zhou Rongta announced the new cabinet list, including Chen Shizhong as a political advisor, forming a professional complementarity with the new Minister of Health and Welfare, Chu Taiyuan, drawing attention. Within the Democratic Progressive Party, this arrangement is seen as balancing factions, not entirely excluding the Ying faction. Chen Shizhong's inclusion is seen as symbolic, although he and Chu Taiyuan have differing policy positions, particularly on regenerative medicine. However, there is optimism within the party about their future cooperation, aiming for effective coordination. Chen Shizhong's capabilities during the pandemic were praised, and his role as a political advisor is seen as effective in supervising health and environmental-related affairs with communication and coordination abilities. Overall, this appointment is viewed as balancing supporters of both factions' opinions. Title: Elderly man feeding pigeons for a long time faces fine. Neighbors collapse due to increasing numbers, Taipei City Cross-Department inspection. Reference: Yahoo News. Key points: In the Westlake neighborhood, an elderly man in his 80s has been feeding pigeons for a long time, leading to environmental disorder, a surge in pigeon numbers, attracting rats, cockroaches, and affecting residents' health, with some hospitalized due to mite allergies. Taipei City's Environmental Protection Bureau has issued 10 fines, but they have been ineffective, prompting a joint inspection by the Social Affairs Bureau and the Animal Protection Office to address the problem. Councillor He Menghua pointed out the serious impact of pigeon problems on public health, urging the city government's various departments to work together for a solution. The Environmental Protection Bureau's cleaning team leader stated that surveillance, inspection, and fines have been implemented, but the elderly man continues to feed pigeons, necessitating cross-departmental cooperation to find a solution. Title: TSMC's Japanese engineer leaves work on time in Kumamoto plant, Taiwanese colleagues astonished. Reference: Yahoo News. Key points: Following TSMC's establishment of a plant in Kikuyocho, Kumamoto Prefecture, Taiwanese engineers noticed their Japanese colleagues leaving on time, breaking the stereotype of overworking. With an increasing Taiwanese population in Kumamoto, discussions between the two countries are needed regarding work hours and practices. One former engineer's wife mentioned that while living costs in Kumamoto are lower, long working hours affect family life and health. This observation indicates differences in work culture between Taiwan and Japan, requiring more internal discussions within companies. Title: Carrefour's acquisition of RT Mart fails to fulfill commitments, Fair Trade Commission imposes heavy fine of 20 million NT dollars. Reference: Yahoo News. Key points: Carrefour was fined 20 million NT dollars by the Fair Trade Commission for failing to fulfill commitments in its acquisition of RT Mart, particularly regarding the prohibited most favored customer policy. Carrefour explained that its promotional activities were based on mutual agreement, aiming to stabilize prices and benefit consumers, in line with government policies to mitigate price surges and support farmers and fishermen. Carrefour stated its commitment to continue cooperating with suppliers to meet consumer needs. Title: Hualianjian residential building collapses again, police block scene. Reference, Yahoo News. Key points, due to continuous earthquakes late at night, a residential building in Jian, Hualien, collapsed, leading to police investigation and scene blockage. 2 nearby shops also showed tilting, posing safety risks. The collapsed building is located on Ziqiang Road in Jian Township, collapsing due to the earthquakes, with no occupants inside. Hualien has experienced frequent earthquakes recently, with a series of earthquakes starting yesterday, mostly extremely shallow, considered aftershocks of the April 3 Hualien earthquake. There have been 1,044 aftershocks, with over 300 aftershocks of magnitude 4 to 5. Title, Earthquakes Continue, Hualien County declares suspension of work and school. Reference, Yahoo News. Key points, Hualien County experienced continuous earthquakes on the 23rd, resulting in the collapse of 2 buildings in downtown Hualien. The county government declared a suspension of work and school today. The largest earthquake was a Richter scale 6.3, occurring at 2:32 a.m., with a depth of 5.5 kilometers, reaching intensity level 5 in Hualien County. Headline, Liqing Te proposes 5 strategies for achieving net zero. Published on April 22, 2024. Source, Epoch Times. Key points, President-elect Liqing Te announced the net zero transformation 5 strategies, including launching the second energy transition, accelerating the development of renewable energies such as geothermal, hydrogen, biomass, and ocean energy, promoting the dual transformation of digital and green industries, shaping a sustainable green life, and establishing international information advisory teams and industry technical service teams as support. Peng Kaiming is slated to become the Minister of Environment and will communicate on issues like carbon fees with various sectors. Environmental groups have requested that the carbon fee rate be finalized by May 20. Headline, Taiwan experiences over 80 earthquakes, strongest at magnitude 6.3 affecting Taipei. Published on April 23, 2024. Source, Epoch Times. Key points, Taiwan's Central Weather Bureau reported multiple earthquakes on the east coast, with the strongest reaching a magnitude of 6.3, causing tremors in Taipei. The earthquakes were concentrated in the eastern part of Hualien County, initially measuring 5.5 in magnitude and 10 kilometers deep, with a maximum intensity of 4 in Hualien and Nantou. Several aftershocks included magnitudes of 6.0 and 6.3, with slight discrepancies from the U.S. Geological Survey. Tourists described buildings shaking, and the metro system slowed down due to tremors. Hualien's fire department dispatched teams to inspect the disaster situation, mentioning the leaning of damaged hotels. Taiwan's earthquake early warning technology is advanced, but caution is still needed in facing natural disasters. Headline, Blinken criticizes CCP's crimes ahead of visit to China. Published on April 23, 2024. Source, Epoch Times. Key points, U.S. Secretary of State Blinken accused the CCP of ongoing human rights violations, including genocide against Uyghurs in Xinjiang, organ harvesting crimes, and illegal detention of Falun Gong practitioners. The latest human rights report documents severe CCP actions against political activists and religious believers. Blinken's upcoming visit to China will address concerns about human rights, unfair trade practices, regional security, etc. Headline, Fortune revealed through a fortune stick at a temple. Published on April 20, 2024. Source, Epoch Times. Key points, during the Qing dynasty, a man named Cha from Haining repeatedly failed the imperial examinations and turned to business after seeking guidance at a temple. He met a salt merchant with the same surname, who helped him gain business opportunities and later rescued the merchant from a crisis, leading to his prosperity in Changlu and eventually in Beijing. His wife's loyalty and support contributed to their family's success. Headline, Avoid these 7 bad habits in daily life for better health, says toxicology expert. Published on April 22, 2024. Source, Health 2.0. Key points, a toxicology expert has identified 7 bad habits in daily life. Discard all moldy food instead of just cutting off the mold. Avoid overstuffing the refrigerator to prevent bacterial growth. Do not refrigerate grains and cereals to avoid them getting moldy. Have moderate exposure to sunlight but avoid prolonged exposure. Thoroughly wash fruits and vegetables to remove pesticide residues. Avoid using high heat when cooking to reduce oil fumes. And always turn on the range hood when cooking to maintain clean air. These changes can help prevent health issues caused by poor diet and living environments. Headline, Tips from Japan's Hitachi on using air conditioners. Save energy, eliminate odors, and clean air filters. Published on April 16, 2024. Source, Health 2.0. Key points, Hitachi, a leading Japanese air conditioner manufacturer, recommends running the air conditioner's fan for half a day before using it in the summer to dry out the internal components and reduce odor buildup. When cleaning the air conditioner's filter, avoid washing it immediately with water. Instead, gently brush off the dust using a soft bristled brush before washing with dishwashing liquid. For cleaning the air conditioner's heat dissipation fins, use a specialized cleaning agent to maintain efficiency and eliminate odors. Regular cleaning of the air conditioner prevents the accumulation of dust and mold, ensuring clean and comfortable indoor air quality. News headline: Wang Keiwa's spicy bikini photos attracted thousands of people to make pilgrimages. I'm so envious of my long, beautiful legs and ant waist, and I still lost 6 kilograms in 2 months using this weight loss method. Release time: April 22, 2024. Data reference: I am the biggest woman. News highlights: Wang Keiwa has been in the entertainment industry for many years with her outstanding appearance and diverse performances, and is known as Taiwan Hamasaki. Recently, she shared a series of bikini photos on her personal social media, which sparked heated discussions among netizens. Her slim figure is in sharp contrast to her 55-year-old age, and many netizens have asked her about her skincare secrets. Wang Keiwa's weight loss methods include reducing sugar, replacing high-sugar foods with guava, and insisting on badminton and leg-raising exercises. These methods not only helped her lose 6 kilograms in just 2 months, but also demonstrated her persistence in living a healthy life. An effort. Headline: Fifth wave of cabinet appointments by Zhou, announcement of 6 ministers. Published, April 23, 2024. Reference: Apple Daily News. Key points: Zhou Rongta is about to announce the 5th wave of cabinet appointments, including ministers for the Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Agriculture, Ocean Affairs Council, Overseas Community Affairs Council, Directorate General of Budget, Accounting and Statistics, and the Directorate General of Personnel Administration. Earlier reports indicated that Zhuang Suiyun will remain as Minister of Finance, HSU Chiaching as Chairperson of the Overseas Community Affairs Council, Su Chunyong as Director General of Personnel Administration, and Chen Shuzai as the new Director General of Budget, Accounting and Statistics. Lai Ching-te and Zhou Rongta are set to take over the new government, forming a new team. Headline: Third building collapses in Hualien. Second floor of house collapses due to earthquake, entire first floor vanishes. Published, April 23, 2024. Reference: Apple Daily News. Key points: a strong earthquake of Richter magnitude 6.0 and 6.3 occurred off the coast of Hualien County, causing damage to the Fukai Grand Hotel and the Commander Building. One two-story residential house on Zikyang Road in Hualien collapsed, with the entire first floor disappearing, leaving only the second floor as the new ground level. Fortunately, no one was trapped, and authorities have cordoned off the collapsed area. Nearby, a corrugated iron house also suffered severe deformation, highlighting the seriousness of the disaster. Images of the collapsed house and its surroundings, showing severe cracks and alarming conditions, circulated on social media. Headline: Shaking continues after 7.2 quake. Surge in epicenter shifts to land in past 2 days, experts, somewhat unusual. Published, April 23, 2024. Reference: Apple Daily News. Key points: since the 7.2 earthquake on the 3rd, Hualien County has experienced frequent Richter 6.0 and 6.3 earthquakes, leading to buildings tilting. Experts state that releasing energy through aftershocks is normal, but the recent frequency is somewhat unusual and requires observation. As of early today, over 1,000 main shocks and felt aftershocks have occurred, with 4 of them measuring Richter 6 or above, a 6.5 quake at 8:11 am, a 6.2 quake at 10:14 am on the 3rd, a 6.0 quake at 2:26 am, and a 6.3 quake at 2:32 am on the 23rd. The earthquake epicenters have gradually shifted onto land, and while aftershocks are decreasing, they still pose risks due to potential landslides caused by rainfall. Professor Li Xide from National Central University's Institute of Applied Geology analyzed that the recent continuous earthquakes near Shaofeng, Hualien, are part of the aftershock sequence of the 0403 Hualien earthquake, as they share the same fault system. Although increased aftershocks after a major earthquake are expected initially and tend to decrease later, the recent fluctuations in frequency are somewhat surprising but not entirely unexpected. Continued observation over the next few weeks is advised, as Taiwan has been experiencing a high earthquake frequency period in the past decade, necessitating preparedness in building construction and earthquake knowledge. Hualien earthquake with 180 aftershocks since yesterday, 2 quakes above magnitude 6 in Hualien Shaofeng belong to 4/3 aftershocks published. Time, April 23, 2024. Source, Yahoo News. Key points: Hualien has been experiencing continuous earthquakes recently, with the largest reaching a magnitude of 6.3, affecting the Shaoshan Building and Fugai Hotel, both classified as dangerous buildings. The Hualien County government announced the suspension of classes and work. Seismologists pointed out that aftershocks have been frequent recently, surpassing the aftershock sequence of the earthquake on April 3. Dozens of earthquakes have occurred since yesterday, with 2 of magnitude 6 to 7 and 21 of magnitude 5 to 6. Although aftershocks will gradually decrease, vigilance is still needed for the possibility of larger earthquakes, and the public is reminded not to believe rumors and to strengthen earthquake preparedness. Seismic information shows that the 2 recent earthquakes are aftershocks of the main earthquake on April 3, with extremely shallow epicenters. Loud noise heard in New Taipei's Shuanei sky after earthquake. Many thought it was thunder, truth revealed published. Time, April 23, 2024. Source, Yahoo News. Key points, on the night of the 23rd, earthquakes were frequent in eastern Taiwan, including 2 strong earthquakes exceeding magnitude 6 and multiple earthquakes above magnitude 5, causing unease among the public. A netizen on the PTT gossip board shared hearing a loud noise in the sky while evacuating, which turned out to be delayed flight BR715 of EVA Air flying over 4 hours late, sparking discussion and humorous responses among netizens. Meanwhile, many areas also felt unease due to the earthquakes, curious and surprised by the sudden airplane noise. Woken up. Hualien experiences 2 consecutive magnitude 6 earthquakes, 90,000 people stay online for Taiwan earthquake monitoring live broadcast in the early morning published. Time, April 23, 2024. Source, Yahoo News. Key points, Hualien experienced continuous tremors in the early morning of the 23rd, with 2 consecutive earthquakes of magnitude 6 or higher, causing the already red-listed dangerous buildings, Fugai Hotel and Shaoshan building to collapse. Many netizens were awakened from their sleep by the tremors and, despite having to work or go to school a few hours later, opened earthquake monitoring systems to watch the live broadcast, with over 90,000 people online at one point. Sharp decline in Japanese yen. Savior of commoners 100 yen stores facing difficulties, store owners express desire to close down published. Time, April 23, 2024. Source, Yahoo News. Key points, Japanese 100 yen stores are facing operational difficulties recently, mainly due to the depreciation of the Japanese yen leading to increased operating costs, resulting in reduced product variety and smaller volumes. Some store owners are considering closing down. Reports indicate that 100 yen shop Ikagoya, a 100 yen store in Kanagawa Prefecture operating for over 20 years, has been affected, once having a diverse range of products such as cup noodles and daily necessities but now facing reduced inventory. Store owners mentioned that manufacturing has shifted to Southeast Asia, coupled with rising raw material costs, making operations more challenging. Japanese netizens also commented on this issue, suggesting that 100 yen stores are no longer sustainable and proposing they transition into 200 yen stores. Heavy rain special alert for 4 counties and cities today. 2 fronts take turns bringing severe weather, caution advised published. Time, April 23, 2024. Source, Yahoo News. Key points, the meteorological agency stated that today, influenced by fronts, the probability of rainfall across Taiwan has increased, with showers or thunderstorms, especially for Keelung City, Taipei City, New Taipei City, and Darwin City, issuing a heavy rain special alert. Southwestern winds will lead to hot temperatures, with Kaohsiung City, Tainan City, and Taitung County under orange warnings, with the probability of temperatures reaching 36 degrees Celsius. The meteorological agency reminded that 2 fronts will affect Taiwan, with vigorous convection likely accompanying short-duration heavy rainfall, thunderstorms, strong winds, and other severe weather conditions. Please pay attention to weather changes and stay safe when going out. Tomorrow, as the front passes through, widespread rainfall is expected, with temperatures in northern Taiwan dropping to 25 to 26 degrees Celsius and around 30 degrees Celsius in other areas. From Thursday to Sunday, the front's impact will continue, with high probabilities of rainfall across the region. Please pay attention to real-time information and special alerts from the meteorological agency. Late-night magnitude 6 or higher earthquakes in Hualien, Hotel heiress Zhang Lingyi worried and unable to sleep, 2 buildings collapsed very close published. Time, April 23, 2024. Source, Yahoo News. Key points, in the early morning of the 23rd, a Richter magnitude 6 or higher earthquake occurred in Hualien, causing the collapse of the Fugai Hotel and Shaoshan building on Zhongshan Road in Hualien. The nearby Lixiang Hotel, run by former anchor Zhang Lingyu's father, was also affected. Zhang Lingyu is worried about the hotel's condition, stating that the earthquake reinforcement structure was not damaged before, but it needs to be confirmed tomorrow. She is worried and unable to sleep, concerned about the safety of neighbors and demolition work, hoping there will be no casualties and that the land will return to calmness. Little S breaks down in tears. Changes expression and retorts, "Are you mocking my family?" Leaves recording on the spot published. Time, April 23, 2024. Source, Yahoo News. Key points, Little S teased Patrick on the show Miss S, pretending to cry when asked a sensitive question, startling Patrick. Producer B2 later explained it was a prank plan, and Little S jokingly praised Patrick's acting skills. In the entire segment, Little S initially answered questions calmly but choked up when asked about interactions with her husband, indicating recent emotions have been affected. After the truth of the prank was revealed, Patrick exclaimed not to continue filming, marveling at Little SS's impressive acting skills. Title: China's Global Domination Conspiracy? European and American car manufacturers feel threatened. Release date: April 23, 2024. Source: Liberty Times Online. Key points: Chinese automaker bids aggressive entry into Europe with low-priced strategies is squeezing market shares of European and American car manufacturers, raising international concerns, especially regarding safety risks in the UK and the US. BID's founder, Wang Chuanfu, rose from poverty by leveraging rare earth metals to build his business. While winning with price wars, analysts warn that continued price reductions may lead to a vicious cycle in the automotive industry. The Chinese government may not intervene in market competition, leading to a reshuffle among new energy vehicle enterprises. Title: Fifth wave of new cabinet adds 4 female ministers. Chief Accountant Chen Shuzi previously aided last zero debt achievements. Release date: April 23, 2024. Source: Liberty Times Online. Key points: President-elect Lai Ching-te will take office on May 20. 4 female ministers, including Minister of Finance Chuang Sui-yun, Chairwoman of the Ocean Affairs Council Quan Pailing, Chairwoman of the Overseas Community Affairs Council Hsu Chiaching, and Personnel Director Su Chunyong, will remain in their positions, along with 6 new cabinet members. The new cabinet, led by Chou Rongtai as Premier and Kong Ming Hsin as Secretary General, sees the replacement of Acting Minister of Agriculture Chen Chunqi with Chen Shuzi, Director of the Tainan City Research and Planning Committee, who is highly regarded for her outstanding performance in financial management at the Tainan City government. Title: 2 magnitude 6 earthquakes within 6 minutes, Hualien's Fukai Hotel and Marshall Building tilt. Release date: April 23, 2024. Source: Liberty Times Online. Key points: A magnitude 6 earthquake struck the eastern waters of Hualien County at 2:26 a.m., followed by a magnitude 6.3 earthquake. The Fukai Hotel and Marshall Building in Hualien City tilted, prompting the fire department to seal off the area. The Fukai Hotel, already under renovation, was initially cleared of any trapped individuals. Engineers estimated a tilt of approximately 12 degrees and initiated support measures to prevent further collapse. It is expected to take 48 hours to fill with soil and support, followed by demolition within 2 weeks. The Marshall Building, previously marked for demolition after sustaining damage in the April 3 earthquake, tilted again but had no occupants trapped. Title: Goddess Harvester transforms into Park Uncle. Transition to food influencer reveals recent condition of 58-year-old male star. Published time: April 20, 2024. Source: TVBS Entertainment Headlines. Key points: Recently, 58-year-old Wu Dayi was captured by netizens in Shanghai, sparking discussion due to his drastically changed appearance resembling a greasy middle-aged man. Formerly known for portraying Bruce Lee, he appeared in numerous classic films such as Happy Ghost and Money Laundry. He later transitioned into a Taiwanese food influencer, with his physique noticeably expanding lately and more wrinkles appearing. In his younger years, Wu had distinct features and was romantically linked with Lin Xier. He later married a Taiwanese girlfriend and has a daughter. Title: Over 1,000 aftershocks since 403 earthquake. Aaron Yan awoken by tremors in the middle of the night, hard to comprehend. Published time: April 23, 2024. Source: TVBS Entertainment Headlines. Key points: Continuous earthquakes have struck Hualien, with over 90 aftershocks occurring within 6 hours, totaling over 1,095 since the 403 earthquake. Artists like Aaron Yan expressed bewilderment, stating it's hard to comprehend. Others like Ko Chentong, Kid, and Han Yu also expressed concern on social media, urging everyone to stay safe and watch out for possible falling objects. Title: Li Chen, Angelababy allegedly in love, friendship with female leads to romance. Published time: April 22, 2024. Source: TVBS Entertainment Headlines. Key points: 44-year-old Chinese actor Li Chen, known for his roles in Running Man and his past relationship with Fan Bingbing, is rumored to be secretly dating Angelababy. Despite previously dating 53-year-old Yan Ni, Li Chen hasn't confirmed any relationship with Angelababy. Rumors circulating on social media suggest that he and Angelababy, a colleague from Running Man, have exposed their relationship, but Li Chen has not confirmed it. After her breakup with Fan Bingbing, rumors of her dating businessman Guo Yanfan surfaced but were unconfirmed. Title: 32-year-old beautiful female influencer passes away. Death news revealed after 1 month, family grieves confirmation. Published time: April 23, 2024. Source: TVBS Entertainment Headlines. Key points: Hong Kong influencer Tiffany, Zhang Tianyun, passed away in March this year at the age of 32 due to illness, confirmed by family on social media, leaving fans shocked and saddened. Tiffany was diagnosed with cervical cancer at the age of 27 and bravely fought against the disease, sharing her cancer journey on social media to inspire others. The family announced a memorial service on April 27 and invited online participation for remembrance. Title: Shen Yulin reveals Lin Xiang sponsorship price comparable to Huang Ji. Confesses receiving 80,000 red packet from dinner event. Published time: April 22, 2024. Source: TVBS Entertainment Headlines. Key points: Shen Yulin, attending a charity event with teacher Niu, shared skincare tips, proud of his good skin at 56, attributing it to diligent skincare efforts. He previously invited legislator Huang Ji to share experiences of being harassed by fans, where Huang revealed a fan offered 50 million for sponsorship, albeit jokingly. Shen Yulin also disclosed receiving an 80,000 red packet from a dinner event, expressing gratitude for the genuine appreciation. Unlike rumored large sums from events, he did receive this money. Title: Ko Chentung's middle school photos surface. Self-deprecating absolutely no looks, true appearance stuns the internet. Published time: April 23, 2024. Source: TVBS Entertainment Headlines. Key points: Ko Chentung, known for his handsome appearance and excellent acting skills, is adored by fans. His recent performance in the Taiwanese drama The Not So Bright Us garnered much attention. Recently, he shared old photos from different stages of his life, particularly from his middle school days, showing a transformation in his appearance and demeanor. He humorously commented on his photos, saying he put all skill points into defense. Netizens expressed astonishment at his transformation, with some remarking he looked like a mixed-race child in his childhood, while others jokingly asked if he was the school heartthrob back then. News headline: God predicted the 0423 Hualien earthquake. Numerologist warns in these 3 days, strong earthquake with magnitude 6 or above is possible. Release time: April 23, 2024. Information reference: TVBS Entertainment Headlines. News highlights: Li Jingwei, Taiwan's Vedic astrology authority, previously successfully predicted the 0403 Hualien earthquake and predicted in advance that an earthquake may occur today, 23rd. Sure enough, 2 earthquakes with a magnitude of 6 or above occurred at 2:26 and 2:32 in the morning. She pointed out that during the period from when Mars enters Pisces to when Venus leaves Pisces, one should be wary of earthquakes and other natural disasters, and predicted that a Taiwan-wide blackout may occur on April 25. The Central Meteorological Administration explained that today's earthquake was an aftershock of the 0403 earthquake, and the aftershocks are expected to last for 6 months to a year. News title: Trump appears in court for the first time as former president faces criminal trial, calls it a very sad day. Publication date: April 23, 2024. Source: FTV News. Key points: Former U.S. President Trump faces his first criminal trial for hush money payments, charged with 34 felonies, becoming the first former president in American history to stand trial. Trump alleges political persecution by his opponents, with his defense asserting his innocence. The trial is expected to last 6 to 8 weeks. Trump laments unfair treatment and emphasizes he won't give up on running for office. Additionally, he faces other criminal lawsuits in Florida, Georgia, and Washington, D.C. News title: Bipartisan U.S. Congressional Delegation visits Taiwan today, Ministry of Foreign Affairs welcomes, demonstrating concrete support for Taiwan. Publication date: April 23, 2024. Source: FTV News. Key points: The Ministry of Foreign Affairs announces a visit by a bipartisan U.S. congressional delegation, including Kildee and McLean. During the visit, they will meet with President Tsai Ing-wen and Vice President-elect Lai Ching-te, showcasing support for Taiwan. The visit underscores U.S. support for Taiwan and regional security, notably following the U.S. House of Representatives' passage of related supplementary appropriations bills to support Taiwan. This visit will deepen U.S. understanding of Taiwan and promote Taiwan U.S. partnership to defend the rules-based international order and promote regional peace and stability. News title: Global 3D Earthquake Map reveals, Taiwan superdense quakes stacked like alternative Taipei 101, he laments, no need to be world number 1 for this. Publication date: April 23, 2024. Source: FTV News. Key points: Since the 7.2 magnitude earthquake in Hualien on the 3rd, Taiwan has been experiencing continuous aftershocks, notably increasing on the 22nd, and another 6.3 magnitude earthquake occurred around 2:32 a.m. on the 23rd, affecting multiple areas. Xiezi Shao shares a global 3D earthquake map showing Taiwan's frequent aftershocks, which, when stacked, reach heights resembling Taipei 101. Netizens lament Taiwan's high seismic activity, urging a realistic understanding and caution. Title: Impending sense of doom. Massive earthquakes shake Taiwan, experts warn of 3-minute shaking in Taipei. Published date: April 23, 2024. Source: TVBS News. Key points: A magnitude 7.2 earthquake struck Hualien on the 3rd of this month, followed by numerous aftershocks on the 22nd, and 2 more earthquakes above magnitude 6 early on the 23rd, causing the leaning and collapse of several buildings. Professor Li Shiti warned of the possibility of a trench-type earthquake off the eastern coast, suggesting that a giant trench earthquake could cause prolonged shaking in Taipei. He emphasized the significant shaking and potential severe damage to buildings from such an event, urging enhanced disaster preparedness to minimize losses. Li added that according to seismic design specifications, structures should withstand the impact of a giant trench earthquake. Title: Apocalyptic feel as thousands watch live broadcasts, sky flashes uncontrollably after strong quakes. Published date: April 23, 2024. Source: TVBS News. Key points. In the early hours of today, Hualien was hit by earthquakes measuring magnitude 6 and 6.3, resulting in the collapse and leaning of buildings such as the Marshall Hotel and Far Glory Hotel, causing panic among residents. Many observed continuous shaking and noted unusual flashes in the sky after the earthquake. However, meteorological experts explained that these were thunderstorm phenomena caused by the approaching frontal system and unrelated to the earthquakes. They urged people to avoid mountain activities to cope with the earthquakes and rainy weather. Title: Earthquake Prediction. Hundreds of birds circle dark skies in Tainan, eerie scene revealed. Published date: April 23, 2024. Source: TVBS News. Key points. Following the magnitude 6.0 and 6.3 earthquakes in Hualien on April 23, aftershocks continue. Remarkably, before the earthquakes, Tainan witnessed an unusual phenomenon of hundreds of birds circling endlessly in the sky, raising suspicions of a potential earthquake precursor. Similar sightings were reported in Chi. Despite these occurrences, meteorological experts clarified that these earthquakes are aftershocks of the Hualien earthquake on April 3 and are part of a normal energy release phenomenon. Title: Earthquake Omen. 200 cm sea monster spotted in Penghu, weighing over 20 kilograms. Published date: April 23, 2024. Source: TVBS News. Key points. In recent days, Penghu has witnessed the rare appearance of a massive creature known as the oarfish, with lengths of up to 2 meters and weighing over 20 kilograms, echoing the phenomena preceding the Hualien earthquake on April 23. Oarfish typically inhabit tropical and subtropical waters from the Pacific to the Indian Ocean, with sightings common in eastern and southern Taiwan but rare in Penghu. Some people cannot help but speculate whether these phenomena are related to the earthquake. Title: Revealed, offered $200 million USD to serve as deputy, Ko Wen-je appears in court summoned by Taipei prosecutors. Published date: April 23, 2024. Source: TVBS News. Key points. In November last year, Ko Wen-je revealed that he was offered $200 million USD to serve as the deputy presidential candidate for the People First Party. Social media influencer Mr. 486 promptly reported the act of offering $200 million USD to Taipei prosecutors. Taipei prosecutors summoned Ko Wen-je to testify as a witness regarding this matter. Lawyers argued that this act violates the Presidential and Vice Presidential Election and Recall Act, stating that offering such a price constitutes a crime. Title: Ant allegedly involved in money laundering with Tether. Su Kioxin exposed for suspected investment of millions, prosecutors take action. Published date: April 23, 2024. Source: TVBS News. Key points. Kuomintang legislator Su Kioxin's aunt Lu Xiangja and her husband are suspected of being involved in fraud and money laundering, with prosecutors alleging that they started laundering money with Tether in 2022, earning high commissions. Despite having their accounts frozen multiple times, they continued their operations. Lu Xiangja reportedly received $1 million investment from Su Kioxin, and the use of the funds has become a focal point of the investigation. Prosecutors seized phones and discovered money laundering activities by the fraud group. Su Kioxin claimed to have sent money to her mother-in-law to cover interest payments, but her statements have changed multiple times, leading to suspicions of falsehood. Title: Weather shift across Taiwan. Special rainfall alerts issued for 4 counties and cities, heavy rain sweeping from north to south for 6 consecutive days. Published date: April 23, 2024. Source: TVBS News. Key points. With frequent earthquakes in Hualien last night causing concerns nationwide, weather risk forecasts rain today and tomorrow, accompanied by thunderstorms, with the western regions most affected. Mountainous or low-lying areas should be avoided. As the frontal system continues to approach, rainfall becomes more significant, adding to ongoing turbulence. Rainfall will slightly decrease on Thursday but remains unstable, with rain returning on Friday. Due to the abundant rainfall, there is a sense of humidity, with temperatures in the north dropping to 24 to 27 degrees Celsius while remaining higher in the south. Stay informed about weather forecasts and avoid traveling to hazardous areas. News title: Epicenter towards land. Central Weather Bureau, 1708 yesterday was the starting point, aftershocks possible within a year. Published time, April 23, 2024. Source, Set News. News highlights, continuous aftershocks in Hualien, with 2 earthquakes above magnitude 6 occurring early this morning. The Central Weather Bureau stated that these earthquakes are aftershocks of the Hualien earthquake on April 3, and aftershocks may occur at any time within the next 6 months to a year. By 8 o'clock this morning, there have been over 1,100 earthquakes, with the 2 earthquakes this morning reaching intensity 5 weak. Experts point out that the release of energy from a major earthquake gradually increases, and the number and intensity of aftershocks will increase. People need to guard against disasters such as falling rocks and landslides in mountainous areas and be prepared for disaster to ensure safety. News title, Hualien earthquakes shake continuously. Passengers scared to sleep, crowding station in the morning, just want to get home quickly. Published time, April 23, 2024. Source, Set News. News highlights, continuous earthquakes in Hualien County, causing 2 buildings to collapse and sparking panic among residents. The earthquakes, coupled with heavy rainfall yesterday, led to landslides affecting transportation, resulting in the interruption of the Taiwan Railways Administration's North Link line and overcrowding at Hualien Station. Passengers, disturbed by the earthquakes, found it difficult to sleep at night and hurried to the train station this morning, hoping to catch a train. Despite train delays, passengers still hope to return home safely as soon as possible. Due to the earthquake's impact, trains on the North Link line heading to Taipei are expected to be delayed by 20 to 30 minutes. News title, Unable to sleep due to earthquakes. Urgently announced suspension of work and classes, kid reveals the voice of Hualien people in Beijing, extremely tired. Published time, April 23, 2024. Source, Set News. News highlights, frequent earthquakes in Hualien, with 2 earthquakes above magnitude 6 occurring late at night, causing panic among residents. Hualien County Magistrate Zheng Sanwei announced the suspension of work and classes at 5 a.m. today, causing many Hualien residents to stay up all night. Artist Kid expressed helplessness on social media, stating that Hualien people in Beijing are worried about their safety and their relatives and friends, feeling extremely exhausted. Netizens expressed concern and encouragement. Some Hualien residents lamented on social media that earthquakes continued for 12 hours, almost sleepless all night, with national alerts issued multiple times, coupled with aftershocks, making it difficult to sleep until the announcement of the suspension of work and classes brought some comfort. News title, Transformation of 3D Sex and Zen Actress. Shocking image of skinny ribcage chest revealed after retirement. Published time, April 23, 2024. Source, Set News. News highlights, Hong Kong actress Karina Lau, who gained fame for her role in the adult film 3D Sex and Zen, once possessed an enviable devilish figure. Recently, she posted bikini photos on social media, but netizens noticed a significant change in her appearance compared to the past, especially her noticeably skinny ribcage chest. Previously known as the Goddess of Thunder for her hot figure, she announced her retirement after marriage to Sion Chan Chi-chung. News title, Essential for Survival. What should be included in an earthquake emergency kit? Fire Department lists 6 major supplies. Published time, April 23, 2024. Source, Set News. News highlights, the Ministry of the Interior's Fire Department urges the public to prepare an earthquake emergency kit in advance, including food, water, warm clothing, first aid supplies, important documents, etc. In the event of an earthquake, the emergency kit can provide essential supplies to facilitate swift evacuation to safety. The kit should be regularly inspected and updated, placed in an easily accessible location to ensure the safety of family members. Recommended items include food, medical supplies, warm clothing, important documents, shoes, and other necessities. Headline, Earthquake continues. CAO zipping recalls 921 all-night cries, smelling corpses on the streets. Publication time, April 23, 2024. Source, United Daily News. Key points, in the early hours of the 23rd, multiple earthquakes with magnitudes of 6.0 and 6.3 struck the Hualien area, alarming many and causing ongoing aftershocks, leaving people exhausted. CAO zipping recalled the terrifying scenes of the 921 earthquake 25 years ago, including hearing cries all night and smelling corpses on the streets. He mentioned sitting and waiting during each earthquake, feeling afraid but urging everyone to cherish life and do more good deeds to help others. Headline, Download now. Earthquake Alert app 28-second countdown for early warning, available on Apple and Android, netizens praise, truly accurate. Publication time, April 23, 2024. Source, United Daily News. Key points, since the magnitude 7.2 earthquake in Hualien on April 3, aftershocks have continued to disrupt sleep until yesterday, 22nd, and today, 23rd. The Central Weather Bureau's Earthquake Monitoring Center pointed out that these are aftershocks of the 0403 Hualien earthquake. Recently, netizens asked which earthquake alert app is most practical, sparking discussions. Apple fans recommend the Taiwan Earthquake Alert app, while Android users recommend another, both of which are available for computer monitoring. Many netizens on PTT quickly check the apps whenever earthquakes occur, asking for the best earthquake report and alert apps with iOS and Android versions and advanced notifications. Headline: 2 meter long, thick as an adult's arm eyelash viper gets stuck, scaring teacher as it jams electric school gate. Publication time: April 23, 2024. Source: United Daily News. Key points: a school in Tatung found its gate stuck by a 2-meter-long eyelash viper this morning. The poisonous snake was as thick as an adult's arm. Teachers promptly notified other staff to assist, successfully dragging the snake out. Fortunately, students had not yet entered the campus, so it remained unaffected. The county's agricultural department reminds that summer is the season for snake activity. In environments with less development, various venomous snakes, including eyelash vipers, may appear. If encountering snake intrusions, seek professional help calmly, avoiding panic or harming the snake. Headline: Sky makes loud noise over New Taipei's Shuanei after earthquake, citizens shocked, flight path distorted. Passenger on board reveals truth. Publication time: April 23, 2024. Source: United Daily News. Key points: earthquakes and aftershocks continue across Taiwan. From early morning until 6 a.m., there have been 83 earthquakes, including 2 with magnitudes over 6 and 10 with magnitudes between 5 and 6, causing many sleepless nights. A netizen felt an earthquake in the middle of the night and chose to flee the house but heard a loud noise from the sky. Later, it was found to be an airplane passing by. Many netizens in different areas reported hearing similar sounds, with one identifying it as a China Airlines BR715 flight, which was delayed by 4 hours due to heavy rain in Beijing and happened to land in Taipei. Title: Frequent aftershocks, TSMC unaffected, opens with a surge of 19 points, stabilizing Taiwan's stock market. Published date: April 23, 2024. Source: Economic Daily News. Key points: the impact of the 403 Hualien earthquake led to an estimated loss of around 3 billion NT dollars for TSMC in the second quarter. However, the company stated that its operations remained unaffected. Despite concerns over a magnitude 5 earthquake on the 23rd, the company responded that it did not meet evacuation standards, and its operations were normal. Its stock price surged by 19 NT dollars, contributing to a gain of over 150 points in the Taiwan Stock Exchange, stabilizing market sentiment with a rise of over 100 points in early trading. Title: Continuous aftershocks after 403, Taraco Silks Hotel announces closure until June 30. Published date: April 23, 2024. Source: Economic Daily News. Key points: following the Hualien earthquake, well-known hotels such as the Far Glory Hotel, Far Glory Ocean Park Hotel, and Yanzhou Hotel have completed repairs and are operating normally. Taraco Silks Hotel announced a temporary closure until June 30 to conserve energy. Other hotels, including Far Glory Ocean Park and Far Glory Hualien, are also operating normally. Industry insiders note the grim situation in the tourism sector, awaiting recovery in transportation and government stimulus policies. Statler and Forte hotels have been severely damaged and listed as off-limits due to the earthquake. Title: Property Price Adjustment. Average prices in Taiwan hit lowest point in over 2 years in first quarter. Published date: April 23, 2024. Source: Economic Daily News. Key points: according to statistics from 591 new construction, the number of property listings and units increased by about 10% in the first quarter, but total sales revenue decreased by 20%. The average transaction price per ping dropped to 460,000 NT dollars, down 15% from the previous quarter, hitting a new low in over 2 years. In Taipei City, the number of property listings hit a new low in nearly a year, with transaction prices reaching their lowest point since the fourth quarter of 2022. New Taipei City showed outstanding performance, with prices soaring to 640,000 NT dollars per ping, setting a new record since 2020. Outstanding performance was also observed in Daowen and Hsinchu, mainly due to the supply of new projects in redeveloped areas. In Taichung, overall sales momentum was flat, with significant delays in many new projects. In Tainan, the number of new listings hit a record high, with prices reaching historic highs due to the popularity of companies like TSMC. In Kaohsiung, particularly in the northern region, rapid increases in land prices and transaction volumes were observed due to strong demand from outside investors, with an average of 18 groups visiting the site per week at its peak. Title: Nanya Electric returns to Apple's supply chain, stock price opens high and recovers 5-day moving average. Published date: April 23, 2024. Source: Economic Daily News. Key points: Apple released its 2023 fiscal year supply chain list, including suppliers for 98% of its products, covering materials, manufacturing, and assembly. Nanya Electric returns to Apple's supply chain list after several years, while companies like Himax Technologies, Nanya Plastics, Greatech, and Titanium Technology were removed. The Taiwan Stock Exchange opened high on the 23rd, with Nanya Electric opening at 183 NT dollars, up over 2%, while Himax opened high but later declined by over 1%. Nanya Electric's first quarter revenue continued to decline, in line with market expectations, mainly due to ongoing adjustments in ABF customer inventory. Title: U.S. to allocate $1.9 billion in aid to Taiwan. Retired General exposes weapons washing, outdated armaments. Published date: April 23, 2024. Source: China Times. Key points: the U.S. House of Representatives passed an $81 billion Indo-Pacific Security Supplemental Bill, allocating $1.9 billion to Taiwan and regional partner countries, including those assisting Taiwan. Retired General Li Zhenjie pointed out that this is a case of weapons washing, allowing countries like the U.S. to phase out outdated weapons and produce new ones, rather than Taiwan autonomously purchasing them. He questioned the temporary nature of aid to Ukraine, aimed at supporting Biden's post-election goals. The provided weapons are mostly outdated models, such as the M1A1 tanks from the US and Challenger tanks and depleted uranium bombs from the UK, mostly obsolete equipment. While this move provides limited assistance to Ukraine, Taiwan should also remain rational, as the provided weapons are mostly old and obsolete, with plans for the US to produce ammunition in Taiwan. Title: Latest political party support, DPP at 32.9% tops. Gap between blue and white exposed. Published date: April 23, 2024. Source: China Times. Key points: a recent poll by the Taiwan Public Opinion Foundation shows that the DPP has a support rate of 32.9%, up 1.5 percentage points from last month. The KMT is at 19.2%, down 2.7 percentage points, and the People's Party is at 18.6%, down 0.6 percentage points. Another 25.6% of respondents did not support any political party. The survey was conducted from April 15 to 17 with a sample size of 1,084 people, with a margin of error of plus or minus 2.98 percentage points. The survey was conducted by the Taiwan Public Opinion Foundation and the Shan Shui Public Opinion Research Company, funded by the Taiwan Public Opinion Education Foundation. Title: Death penalty upheld or abolished. Constitutional Court debates today, key points at a glance. Published date: April 23, 2024. Source: China Times. Key points: Taiwan's Constitutional Court debates whether the death penalty is unconstitutional. Death row inmates and human rights groups petitioned for a constitutional review, arguing that the single-body clause is unconstitutional. The debate focuses on the impact of the death penalty on human rights, including whether it interferes with the right to be free from torture and human dignity. If found unconstitutional, death row inmates may be granted the opportunity for retrial. However, proponents of the death penalty are concerned about deteriorating public security. During President Tsai Ing-wen's tenure, only 2 executions were carried out, while Lai Ching-te believes that abolishing the death penalty requires a high degree of societal consensus. Title: Don't rush to open doors during strong quakes, Meteorological Bureau reveals life-saving tips. Surprise: childhood misconceptions. Published date: April 23, 2024. Source: China Times. Key points: with frequent earthquakes, some believe that opening doors first can prevent them from deforming and trapping occupants. However, the Meteorological Bureau advises first crouching down, taking cover, and stabilizing to avoid being hit by falling objects. Many netizens mentioned being taught from childhood to open doors first, but others argue this is an outdated notion and suggest seeking cover instead. The Meteorological Bureau emphasizes that during earthquakes, there's no time to address doors or gas, and the safest course is to stay in place and take shelter. Title: From Huang Rongsun to Bill Gates. How did a niche podcast manage to invite famous CEOs for interviews? Published April 22, 2024. Source: Commonwealth Magazine. Key points: a niche podcast from Norway, holding a 1.1% stake in Nvidia, with only about 3 million total downloads, managed to invite global corporate giants as interview guests. The program, titled In Good Company, features top executives from world-class companies in each episode, including Huang Rongsun, Bill Gates, and Elon Musk, covering topics from corporate governance to personal experiences. The founder of the podcast stated that the goal is to become the most transparent fund, allowing investors to better understand the fund and its operators, thus building trust. Through direct questioning, the program has become a window for investors to interact with corporate executives, enhancing transparency and facilitating communication. Title: Be a honest wolf, don't turn into a fox or rabbit. Published April 23, 2024. Source: Commonwealth Magazine. Key points: this article explores the communication strategies of Taiwanese entrepreneurs when facing investors. The author suggests that Taiwanese startups should improve their responses to factual questions to gain VC trust through objective evaluation. Examples emphasize the importance of honesty regarding basic facts such as financial statements and company history. The author underscores the importance of due diligence and suggests that interviews should resemble interrogations to uncover truths early on. Finally, the author urges entrepreneurs not to selectively answer questions but to be honest with investors. News title: Earthquake causes vertical collapse of abandoned laundry factory in Jian Township, second floor becomes first floor. Published time: April 23, 2024. Source: Formosa TV News. Key points: a laundry factory in Jian Township, Hualien, collapsed due to the morning earthquake, resulting in the vertical collapse of the second floor onto the first floor, squeezing the adjacent metal building. County Magistrate Su Jinwei, shocked by the scene, noted the hollow structure of the factory with only pillars for support, which had previously been marked for demolition. Power and the county government have urgently cut off power and water supply. The factory had been notified for demolition after the last major quake but collapsed again less than a month later due to a magnitude 6 earthquake. News title: Non-stop tremors. People in Hualien dare not sleep at home, taking shelter in cars with family. Published time: April 23, 2024. Source: Formosa TV News. Key points: continuous earthquakes in Hualien prompt residents to seek refuge in cars or open spaces like parks and outdoor seating areas of cafes. Some sleep in their cars, while those without vehicles take shelter in cafes and other places, hoping to avoid the panic. Hualien City Hall provides shelters for temporary accommodation, as residents anxiously await the end of tremors to return home safely. News title: Experts discuss 403 earthquake amid ongoing aftershocks, enthusiastic atmosphere at conference. Published time: April 23, 2024. Source: Formosa TV News. Key points: experts gather at the Taiwan Earthquake Center to discuss the causes of the 403 earthquake and the ongoing aftershocks. Scholars from NTU, Academia Sinica, and Central University report on earthquake patterns, aftershock observations, and geological structure analysis. Hosted by Ma Guofeng, experts highlight that the earthquake occurred in a subduction zone, with frequent aftershocks in recent days but with a normal distribution. They express concern about potential risks to the public and call for enhanced disaster prevention measures. News title: 6.3 strong earthquake hits Hualien in the early morning, displacement of Tongmen Bridge. Published time: April 23, 2024. Source: Formosa TV News. Key points: Hualien County continues to experience tremors, with another strong earthquake occurring in the early morning of the 23rd, causing displacement of Tongmen Bridge. Village Chief Ye Qingxian urges the county government to promptly assess and formulate response plans. Visible cracks and loose rocks cause panic among residents. Concerned about bridge collapse and potential landslides, Chief Ye calls for increased bridge inspections and government action to ensure public safety. News headline: Centenary-year-old veteran died, the daughter of a garbage bag corpse who defrauded her monthly salary has dried into bones. Release time: April 23, 2024. Data reference: Ida News Cloud. News highlight: a woman in Kaohsiung City lives with her centenarian veteran father, but has rarely been seen in the past 2 years. Was shocked to see that his father had died and dried into white bones. I went to the market to order mutton, but the vendor didn't know that my father was dead. Title: Tears of the Queen. Pu Mei's love affair exposed. Allegedly dating Song Jiayong for 8 years, management agency, under confirmation. Published time: April 23, 2024. Source: Chung Tien News. Key points: South Korean girl group A-Pink member Yoon Pu Mei, known for her role as Secretary Lo in Tears of the Queen, has drawn attention for her reported relationship with Black Eyed Victory member Song Jiayong. Pu Mei, 30, and Song Jiayong, 39, have an age difference of 9 years. According to Dispatch, the two have been in a relationship since April 2017, keeping it a secret for about 8 years. Both agencies stated under confirmation. Title: Quakes unceasing. Subduction zone earthquakes jump to magnitude 8 or higher once activated, warns Lee Shi-te. Published time: April 23, 2024. Source: Chung Tien News. Key points: multiple earthquakes continue to occur in Hualien, ranging from magnitude 5 to 6, causing concern. Lee Shi-te, a professor at the Institute of Applied Geology at Central University, pointed out that the earthquake cycle is about 100 years, controlled by subduction zones, with subduction earthquakes typically starting from magnitude 8. Over the past century, Taiwan has experienced seismic cycles of calm and active periods. Lee called on the government to emulate Japan in regularly assessing the probability of all faults to formulate effective disaster prevention measures. Title: Apink Bomi confirms relationship after 13 years debut. Handwritten letter reveals falling in love with musician 9 years her senior. Published, April 23, 2024. Source, E Today Star Cloud. Key points: Apink member Bomi, known for her role in Queen of Tears, caught attention for reportedly dating Black Eyed Victory member Song Ji-young for 8 years. In her first public acknowledgement of the relationship, she penned a handwritten letter to fans expressing apology and gratitude, revealing that affection grew after collaborating on several songs with Song Ji-young. Bomi emphasized his wisdom and insight, making her more mature, promising to continue facing fans with honesty and positivity, expressing gratitude and love for them. Title: And Shanae gains 5 kilograms in a month. Current status with ambiguous. Ko Chentung revealed friends optimistic. Published, April 23, 2024. Source, E Today Star Cloud. Key points: And Shanae, who won her first Golden Bell Award for Best Actress in Queen of Tears, drew attention for her role in the new drama Coming and Going of the Train. The director requested her to gain weight, prompting her to overcome embarrassment and gain 5 kilograms in a month. Previously achieving a slim figure through diet and exercise, she must readjust for her new role. Set in a 70s to 80s small town, the drama requires her to portray a modest girl selling lunch boxes, necessitating a bit of added weight. And Shanae's recent diverse acting roles include collaborating with other actors in the new drama, showcasing different performance styles. News title: Hualien Steel Pipe Milk Tea Shop owner forced to leave, promises tearfully, will definitely return to manage. Published time, April 23, 2024. Reference, ET Today News. News summary: Hualien experienced 2 consecutive magnitude 6 earthquakes early today, causing the leaning of Fokker Building and Commander Building, and damaging the well-known attraction, Steel Pipe Milk Tea Shop. An elderly man was trapped inside the shop due to the earthquakes, with the iron gate on the first floor deformed. However, rescue personnel promptly assisted him in escaping, taking away cash and medication. Although the building has developed cracks, the elderly couple who owns the shop insists on continuing business operations and residing there after structural reinforcement. The elderly man expressed that despite the severe damage, the 60-year history of the Steel Pipe Milk Tea Shop will not vanish because of this incident, vowing to continue its operation and prevent its disappearance. News title: Lead singer of Brain Failure apologizes for illegal whale watching in Mauritius. Published time, April 23, 2024. Reference, ET Today News. News summary: Mauritius, an East African country, is a habitat for sperm whales, but swimming with whales is illegal there. Many Taiwanese tourists join tours to watch whales, but they have been reported by locals. The lead singer of Brain Failure band violated the law by swimming with whales in Mauritius and was even accused of touching the sperm whale, potentially harming them. The Dolphin and Whale Protection Association pointed out that such actions might lead to a decline in the immunity of whales. Due to insufficient law enforcement in Mauritius, many tour groups claim they can swim with whales to make money, disregarding the law. The lead singer, Brain Failure, will humbly accept advice and promise to protect dolphins and whales in the future. News title: Mylune fault stirring, experts warn, major earthquake may strike. Published time, April 23, 2024. Reference, ET Today News. News summary: Experts warn that the frequent aftershocks in Hualien originate from the Ryukyu Trench earthquake zone, especially the Mylune fault, which is a potential threat. The probability of a fault movement is as high as 88%, and the maximum possible magnitude could exceed 8. The fault has been active 3 times in the past century, and with Taiwan having as many as 36 active faults, if the faults trigger each other, it could lead to a larger-scale earthquake, affecting a wide range from the Taipei metropolitan area to Taichung. Experts urge the public not to underestimate this warning. News title: Severe disaster. Entrance of unaware parent, child sea trail collapsed, buried scene exposed. Published time, April 23, 2024. Reference, ET Today News. News summary: A magnitude 6.3 earthquake struck Hualien early on the 23rd, causing damage to the tourist attraction, Unaware Parent, Child Sea Trail in Fengbin Township. The facility suffered severe damage with the entrance buried, glass walkways shattered, and rockfall protection nets broken. The local authorities expressed that this is a significant blow to the development of tourism and recreation in Fengbin Township, and it may take some time to recover, calling for public support. The trail, established in 2017, has become a popular destination for Hualien tourism in recent years, with a touching legend. However, the earthquake resulted in rockfalls nearby, leading to the closure of sections 34.5 to 35 kilometers along Provincial Highway 11 in Fenglin Township, and the Central Cross Island Highway, Provincial Highway 8, remains temporarily closed. News title: Malaysian military helicopters collide, resulting in 10 fatalities. Published date: April 23, 2024. Source: Yahoo News. Key points: the Royal Malaysian Navy announced on the 23rd that during a Navy parade rehearsal, 2 military helicopters collided in mid-air, carrying a total of 10 military personnel, all of whom perished. The incident occurred during a military parade rehearsal, and authorities received the report at 9:45 a.m. The involved helicopters were identified as the M503-3 Maritime Operations Helicopter, HOM, and the Fennec M502-6. One helicopter crashed into the staircase of the Red Land-based Navy Stadium, while the other crashed into the swimming pool. Among the deceased were 2 Navy colonels and 3 Navy majors. Footage shows one helicopter suddenly veering to the right, colliding with the tail of the other helicopter, resulting in both helicopters crashing. News title: Hibit Yen's concert criticized for lip-syncing, management acknowledges underestimating audience's expectation for live singing. Published date: April 23, 2024. Source: Yahoo News. Key points: Hibit Yen faced criticism for lip-syncing during her concert in Nanjing, with most songs performed by the band instead. Prolonged interaction with the audience prompted attendees to demand refunds. 2 days later, her management team responded, admitting underestimating the audience's desire for live performances by the original singer. Ticket sales for the concert have been halted. The management explained that the concert lineup included 18 songs, featuring performances by multiple guests and group singing, which unexpectedly led to audience dissatisfaction. They expressed surprise at the criticism and pledged to adjust future concert arrangements. Title: Little S, born without a uterus. Asked why not adopt. Painfully voices concern, how to convince in-laws. Published time: April 23, 2024. Source: TVBS Entertainment Headlines. Key points: 44-year-old entertainer Little S's 6-year marriage with former basketball player He Suo-Zheng ended due to her infertility. She expressed the pain of receiving messages from infertile individuals, highlighting societal pressure regarding childbirth. Participating in a public hearing on artificial reproduction law amendments, she addressed the question of why not adopt, emphasizing the importance of blood ties in adoption and urging against blaming infertility for societal issues. Title: It's War God's Birthday. These 6 things could break the bank. Tips for gathering wealth. Published time: April 23, 2024. Source: TVBS Entertainment Headlines. Key points: today, the 15th day of the lunar 3rd month, marks the birthday of war god Zhao Gongming, where people can visit temples to enhance their wealth luck. Eiffel, a teacher, shared tips for attracting wealth, suggesting wearing new pants to increase wealth storage and placing wealth-attracting items in the 2024 wealth position. Additionally, he warned against 6 bad habits that could negatively impact personal finances. Title: Who had it worse? Male star suffers 40% burns from gas explosion, shocked to discover girlfriend cheating with intimate photos, collapses. Published time: April 23, 2024. Source: TVBS Entertainment Headlines. Key points: National daddy Peng Zhang releases new album 10 years, reflecting on his diverse career over the past decade, from salesman to air conditioning technician, eventually becoming a Taiwanese singer. The song Heartache from the album, written by his wife, recalls the ups and downs of his first love, including 3 breakups and the final end due to infidelity. Peng Zhang candidly shares the loneliness and despair he felt after the breakup, taking nearly a year to recover from the heartache. Title: Jay Chu's concert hits a snag. Stumbles and falls on stage. Details of the injury revealed. Published time: April 23, 2024. Source: TVBS Entertainment Headlines. Key points: the godfather of music Jay Chou kicks off his new world tour Soul Power 2, with a surprise appearance by Golden Melody Queen Aylin during the Foshan Station performance on the 21st. Their performance of Finding Myself wowed the audience. During the show, Jay Chou accidentally fell on stage but fortunately suffered no serious injuries, as confirmed by his management company. Jay Chou reassured fans on social media, admitting to the embarrassing fall and expressing concern over the adverse weather but urging fans not to be deterred. He remains committed to delivering a flawless performance. Title: Netizens challenge which county feels the least earthquakes? One county clicked most, didn't feel shaking for 2 days. Published date: April 23, 2024. Source: Apple Daily News. News summary: continuous earthquakes in Hualien sparked curiosity among netizens about which county in Taiwan experiences the least seismic activity. Many pointed to Pingtung, especially the Hengchun area, attributing the lack of earthquakes to the local terrain. Residents there rarely feel seismic movements. In contrast, Taowan, with its hard geological composition and absence of active faults, is considered a place where earthquakes occur less frequently. Professor Yan Hongyuan explained that Taowan's solid bedrock and accumulation of gravel make liquefaction unlikely, and the absence of active faults contributes to its relative safety. Title: Headshot taunts medical field has you, truly terrifying, doctor strikes back, who gave you permission to piggyback? Lin Bei awaits you for a meal. Publish date, April 23, 2024. Source, Apple Daily News. News summary, singer Nanquan Mama, while vacationing in the Republic of Mauritius, encountered a group of spinner dolphins. However, Dr. Du Chengzhe pointed out that local laws prohibit swimming with spinner dolphins and criticized Nanquan Mama for breaking the law and directly interacting with the dolphins. Although Nanquan Mama apologized, she sparked controversy again on the 22nd, leading to a verbal spat on social media. Du Chengzhe accused Nanquan Mama of spreading rumors, to which she retaliated provocatively. Both parties exchanged accusations with heightened emotions. Nanquan Mama even taunted, but Du Chengzhe emphasized maintaining composure, indicating no fear of Nanquan Mama's remarks. Title, Not Darwin. Which county feels the least earthquakes? Netizens click one place most, didn't feel shaking for 2 days. Publish date, April 23, 2024. Source, Apple Daily News. News summary, with Hualien experiencing ongoing seismic activity, netizens raised the question of which county in Taiwan feels the fewest earthquakes. Discussion mostly pointed to Pingtung, particularly the Hengchun area, where the terrain is considered a factor. Residents there seldom perceive seismic movements. In contrast, Darwin, with its hard geological composition and absence of active faults, is regarded as a location with fewer earthquakes. Professor Yan Hongyuan explained that Darwin's solid bedrock and accumulation of gravel make liquefaction unlikely, and the absence of active faults contributes to its relative safety. Title, Huang Ji receives 4 threatening letters blow up the entire family, opposing party threatens, no more slandering Su Kioxin allowed. Publish date, April 23, 2024. Source, Apple Daily News. News summary, Taipei City Councilor Miao Boya and DPP legislator Huang Ji both stated today that they have received multiple threatening letters targeting suspicions regarding the Su Kioxin family's fraud case, threatening them not to speak out again. Miao Boya's letter mentioned, spreading rumors about Su Kioxin again will result in being blown up at home, while Huang Ji received 4 letters containing threats like shattered to pieces within 7 days. Huang Ji urged supporters to prove their innocence and opposed resorting to violent threats, having already reported the matter to the police. Title, Hualien quakes again. Fu Kunqi hastily returns for disaster inspection, states leading delegation to China as unavoidable official business. Publish date, April 23, 2024. Source, Apple Daily News. News summary, continuous earthquakes in Hualien led to collapsed and leaning buildings, causing significant impact. Fu Kunqi led a delegation to visit China, emphasizing efforts for cross-strait tourism and peace, garnering attention. The earthquakes highlighted the crisis in the Eastern Railway system, prompting calls for rebuilding the infrastructure. Fu Kunqi remains steadfast in the legislature, pushing for reconstruction legislation and funding to rebuild homes. Additionally, there is a need for rescue and economic development to rebuild the community. Fu's office emphasized the official nature of the visit and hoped for bipartisan cooperation in rebuilding Hualien. Title, Max ticket grabbing robot busted, programmer revealed. Caught in embarrassing situation. Publish date, April 23, 2024. Source, Apple Daily News. News summary, the Max ticket grabbing robot was apprehended by the police, with the programmer, Yao, suspected of forging documents and violating cultural innovation laws. The police pointed out that Yao designed the program to snatch concert tickets and instructed the public on illicit ticket grabbing methods. He also used others' ID numbers to register for ticketing system memberships. The police urged compliance with regulations and warned against fraudulent ticket grabbing. Yao claimed misunderstanding of the law and pledged to take legal responsibility.